Provo Beast doing an install today. Today we're doing on a Malibu boat. Today we're doing more of just a head unit replacement. We're going to be replacing it with this Kenwood KMR D362BT. It's a marine radio, so safe to be on the boat. Now currently in there, we have this old Sony. Doesn't work all that great. Just in this circumstance, the aux doesn't work very well. This remote doesn't work very well. So we're just gonna get rid of it all. Go all Bluetooth, all wireless. So what we're gonna do is pull out the old radio, wire in the new one, and give it a test. Okay, so we got this old Sony out. Here's the Sony wiring harness. Now, since the previous installer has gone to the length of actually identifying what wire colors do which, I'm just going to trust that and then actually go just wire by wire, cutting one and wiring in the new Kenwood harness that we have for a new Bluetooth radio. Now, in addition, it has this amp down here. We're going to clean up all this wiring from the previous owner installer. So with this, if you saw the unboxing video, that it has 3 sets of pre-outs, and we're going to use 2 of them for the tower speakers on this boat. So here's our main harness. We're going to wire up here. This guy here is one set of RCAs. Here's the other set of RCAs for our amp. Now I'll probably clean these up or try to find matching wire just so it's a little bit more uniform. Just don't worry about this black cord. It's from the old Sony. And then here's our antenna. Now your boat may or may not have an antenna. That is up to you to decide if you want to install one. If it has one or not, it's not necessary, but it's more convenient for AM and FM. The first thing here is we're going to start cutting one by one and wire in this new Kenwood right into the Sony harness. Okay, here I am sitting here in the seat. So what I've done is cut out the old harness, and here's the new one. Now, like I said, every boat's going to be different. I mean, what you may have to do in order to discover what speaker wires go where, the white, green, gray, and purple positive and negative wires, you're just going to have to either follow them back, rewire the new boat, see if the manufacturer has a schematic. Anyways, that'll totally be custom on your part. But pretty standard is you're going to need a positive to the battery. Now that should be always fused and should be after if you have a battery isolator here in this boat. A ground is a ground, back to the battery, and then ignition wire here it hooks into the ignition. So just like a standard car, when the key is on, the radio will turn on. Some people toggle it into a switch. You can certainly do that. Honestly, boats are so customizable, you can do what you want as long as you do it safe. Make sure everything's always fused. So this is ready to go. I got all my 8 wires for speakers. 4 speakers, 2 wires per speaker. And then positive, negative, and accessory wire. I hooked up the antenna. The antenna requires a little bit of power. So this is the antenna wire on the radio. And this P-connect will go to our amp. So I'm going to clean up with a zip tie here. I'm going to clean up these RCA cables that run down to the amp. Right down here. And I'll show you from that point. Alright, here's the can. Now the can needs to go in there. And basically it's going to fit in this pocket. We're going to bend these tabs out. That'll be there to house the actual radio in this cavity. Just because it's every boat is different. So feed that through and I'll show you. Okay, so got the can in. Put the tabs around. It's in there nice and tight. Got the harness all cleaned up. Got our RCAs for our amp. Bluetooth mic, which we'll find a place to mount it. I just ran it down, so we'll probably put it around. And our antenna. So we're just going to hook everything up here and show you from that point. Okay, there we are. Got everything hooked up. Just pushed it right on in. Do a quick test here. Alright, first boot up.
Surprising to you, but it's normal for them. Utah's Hogle Zoo, always full of zoo prizes, including a baby giraffe.
So it's time to pull out those bathing suits, and we're all super...
There you go. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to clean up the wiring for the amp. Show you basically how this will be hooked up. I am redoing it, basically everything, because of a hack job. We'll mount the Bluetooth mic and get everything cleaned up here. Super close. So far, if you have any questions, just throw a comment down below, and we'll keep going. Okay, here's the amp all hooked up. Sits underneath the wheel. Power and ground. There's a big grounding block in this boat right here. So that's where the amp grounded to. RCA's and our remote terminal wire was fed all the way to the radio. And then 2 speaker wires head up. They go straight up through the tube into the tower speakers. So that's basically how that's all set up. It's not necessarily a marine friendly amp, but hey, it was here already, and it's in good shape. So no problems there. That power wire was run up and over, underneath, through, right over to the battery. And of course, everything is fused. So that's how you do a system in a boat. Any questions, be sure just post a comment below. Appreciate you guys watching the channel, and good luck to your install.